and welcome to our live streaming at this hour. Today we have paid a visit to Panjing in northeast China's Liaoning province. It's a small one, but it's very important. Actually, China's northernmost coastline lies here, and it's also the estuary of Liao River. Liao River is one of the largest rivers in northeast region, covering the area of Jilin and the Liaoning provinces, as well as the Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region. And above that, one of the most important things is behind me, over hundreds of thousands of red grasses lying here, and it's one of the famous symbolic feature here in Panjing. It's called the Red Beach. Actually, why it's called the Red Beach? There are thousands of red grasses here, but what are they? So today we are going to pay a visit to an expert here. He's going to show us what are these grasses here, and it's covering over 100 kilometers, so it's quite lucky for us. So it's my honor to invite Mr. Sun Huanxing, and he's the manager of Panjing Red Beach Tourism Development Company. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Sun. 所以首先我们也来欢迎孙先生哈，孙焕新先生是盘锦旅游公司的这个总经理。那么今天他也会带我们来这里呢，体验一下这个盘锦红海滩到底是什么样的，在海滩上到底长着什么样的植物。那孙总，既然今天您带我们来了，我们一定要近距离的来观看一下这个植物吧。
好，我们进去看一下。
好的，好的。So I got my first question is what are these red grasses is and why they could grow here in Panjing. 所以我第一个问题就是我们现在看到这些红色的植物，它们到底是什么？它们为什么会在盘锦生长呢？
这种红色的植物啊，它叫剪蓬草。我们生长在我们期间呢是剪蓬草的一种，叫赤剪蓬。
高差。So this kind of red grasses is called sweet salsa, and actually, I call this red grass, but it's actually the sweet salsa. So why it could grow here in Panjing? 为什么它们会在盘锦生长得如此茂盛呢？
因为这里是河海交融的地方，辽河入海口，所以这个滩涂适合它的生长。
Okay, so as we mentioned here, there's the boundary of Liao River and the Bohai Sea, and between this area, there's a salty area and as well as the alkaline, so it's suitable for the growing of this kind of grass. Okay, let's move on. Well, here we got lots of here. 这边有很多株啊，很茂盛。Well, let's take a closer look of these salsa sweeter, and but actually I got some other colors. 就我看到还有一些其他颜色的，孙总，比如说像有这种绿色的，还有红。
一个那个范围这个。
Gotcha. So that's because generic changes. Okay. So my other question is why it turns red? 为什么我们看到它是红色的呢？
因为这里盐碱度非常高，它吸收了大量的盐度啊，破坏了它的叶绿素啊，所以它显成这种红色。
Gotcha. So because of here, and it's very salty, the soil, and the plants growing here, it has broken its chlorophyll. That is why it's showing a red one. 所以是因为它的叶绿素遭到了破坏，所以才显示了红的颜色。Understood. Thank you so much. And let's move on, getting closer, as deep as we can. Follow us. And besides that, I saw lots of little holes here in the muddy places. 孙总，除此之外，我还看到这个泥地上其实有很多的小洞啊。
对，
这些小洞都是什么呢？
都是螃蟹洞。
螃蟹啊。
对，每一个洞就有一只螃蟹。
Really? It's really much. So every hole there's a crab in the hole, and well, he told me that on this wetland there's so many crabs. So are they edible? 那它们是可以吃的吗？
可以吃。
Really? How big is it? 那像这种洞的大小跟螃蟹大小有关吗？
有关系。螃蟹的洞的直径越大，这个螃蟹越大；洞越小，螃蟹越小。
Understood. So you take a look here. If you go to a big hole, that means you got big crab, and a small hole means there's a small crabs. Okay, let's move on. We're going to get. It looks like we're playing a Chinese kung fu, like the Plum Blossom steak. 感觉像在走梅花桩一样。Finally, here we are. So today we come here and take a closer look of this kind of plant. And I know, 孙总，你是有什么东西要准备给我们？
是，今天我也想送给你一个特殊的礼物，是我们的一个剪蓬草。
谢谢你，谢谢你。But as far as thank you so much, I'm so lucky. But as far as I know, we can't pick up these plants here. 但我知道，其实我们在这个湿地保护区是不可以来采摘剪蓬草的，对不对？
对，这个剪蓬草是我们实验区的一个剪蓬草，
Gotcha. Thank you so much. I got my prize, and that's from the laboratory of this area. And so a kindly reminder here: we cannot pick anyone here in this wetland because these plants are under protection. Okay, but it's so lucky I got one from the laboratory, and we can take a closer look of it. 所以说，如果我们近距离观察这个碱蓬草哈，它大概是有30厘米长。
对，30厘米到50厘米之间不等。
Okay, so every plant is about 30 centimeters to 50 centimeters. And of course, the color is red. And if we smell it, 闻一下 it doesn't have quite smell. 没有什么太大的味道。
没有太大味道，但品尝起来会有一些味道。
Really? So we can taste it. 我们可以尝一下是吗？
可以尝一个。
Oh, it's cool. So the red one is its leaves, right? 所以这个红色是它的叶子吗？
红色是叶子。
Oh, really? So if you take a look up here, this is a tiny little red one is their leaves, and it's edible. 所以我可以试一下。
可以试一下。
Really? It's a bit sour， 有一点酸苦酸苦的。
酸涩。因为它吸收了大量的一种盐分，储存在这里。
Oh, so it actually absorbs so much salt here. So because it absorbs so much salt in the soil, that is why it tastes like really salty. 所以尝起来非常的咸哈。
对。
But that's interesting. It's really cool. And by the way, Mr. Sun, I know that well in this area, besides these kind of red plants, it's also the home to hundreds of thousands of species. For example, the sand skull. 所以我知道，在咱们整个这个大环境中，刚才我们看到有这样的螃蟹洞，其实这边还居住着非常多的候鸟，对不对？
对，居住黑嘴鸥、螃蟹、弹涂鱼，有很多的一些动植物在这里繁衍。
Wow, so it's quite important for the ecosystem. So how about the sand skull? 说起黑嘴鸥，我们知道是国家二级保护动物，它其实非常珍贵的。那在你们这边，为什么黑嘴鸥可以在这边生活呢？
因为这里的土壤环境，还有它的食物，还有碱蓬草它筑巢的环境适合它，所以它大量的黑嘴鸥在盘锦生长，也是盘锦市的一个市鸟。
Really? Oh, gotcha. So the sand skull is kind of symbol of Panjing city, and because here they got enough food, and of course they can make nest here on this wetland. That is why they locate here. So do you have the numbers? How many sand skull here in Panjing? 那在
1000只。
Wow, it's about, well, it's not that much, so it's about 10,000 sand skull here in Panjing. 那我感觉并不是很多啊，1万多只。
但是再告诉你一组数据，全世界2万只，约2万只。
全世界啊！Wow, that explains. Well, the worldwide sand skull we only have about 20,000. So here in Panjing, it's about half. 哦，所以那就确实是很多只了。
对。
But currently we haven't seen any sand skull here in this area because it's winter time, right? 所以说，但现在我们并看不到太多的这个黑嘴鸥，是因为它们已经迁徙到南方了，是吗？
目前还没有，因为它的胆子比较小，远离人群，在远处筑巢。
Oh, gotcha. So usually they come back to Panjing at which month? 所以每年他们会在春天的时候回到盘锦吗？
对，春天就回来了。
Gotcha. They would come back to Panjing in spring, and they would build their nest here and their offsprings. That's really cool. Thank you so much, Mr. Sun. And by the way, I heard a story about this kind of, well, magic plants. Is that in the late 1960s, and people do not have food, and they come to the wetland to pick up food, they use these plants as food. 所以我知道大概在比如说1960年的时候，当时人们可能没有那么足够的食物，是有一些人会在来到咱们红海滩上来采摘这个碱蓬草来做食物的吗？
这个可以做食物。它是另外一种绿色的一种碱蓬草，可以食用的碱蓬草。
Understood. So people do not use that red one. 所以说，大多数人还是会吃绿色的，但不会吃红色的。
对。
那绿色碱蓬草一般我们在哪里可以看到
呢？我们有一些实验区这是可以看到啊。
So in your laboratory area. Gotcha. So I'm quite curious in our nowadays, do we have that kind of food made of these kind of plants? 所以现在如今我们还会有就是这样的用碱蓬草做的食物吗？
会有，现在已经研发了碱蓬草的包子，碱蓬草的茶。
Really? So nowadays we have that kind of, well, steamed balm made of these kind of plants, and also we have kind of tea made of these kind of plants. That's really cool. 那我们今天可以尝到吗？
今天可以尝到，你非常有幸。
Wow, thank you so much. Lucky, how lucky I am. So today we are going to have a try of this steamed balm made of this sweet, and also we're going to try a tea made of these plants. Come along with us. 那真的是不虚此行了。 But today's weather is quite cold. 但今天天气还是很冷的，是不是？
今天这几天降温。
Yeah, today is quite extremely cold. Actually, I did a live stream this morning at 12 o'clock, and actually, I can't say any word at that time. 所以我在12点当时我们做电视连线的时候，真的觉得非常的冷，皮都是打抖的。
从明天开始就开始天气升温了。
Oh, so starting from tomorrow, the temperature is going to raise. Oh, bad luck. 所以我今天来是最冷的时候吗？Wow, we see some people are flying their kites there. We got our special tables. 我们在这还有一个专门的桌子，是吗？谢谢你们，谢谢你们。Wow, looks great.
这就是剪蓬草的包子。
Introduce me. Okay. So here is the steam bomb made of the sweet salsa. And is that the flour or the stuffing? 是它的馅儿还是它的这个皮儿呢？
是它的馅儿。
哦，是它的馅儿是吗？
对对对。
哦，so both of them. Oh, may I have a try? 所以我们可以试一下吗？ Wow, I can't wait to try it. That's my first time to eat kind of steam bomb made of these kind of plants. 所以第一次吃到剪蓬草做的包子，好激动呀！试一下，试一下。我先把它掰开看一下这个。所以刚才孙总有跟我们介绍到，它是这个馅儿。Oh, the green one. See, take a look of it. The green one. So we have mentioned earlier, the green one is edible and is much tastier than the red one. 所以刚才我们也介绍了说，这个绿色的剪蓬草，它的味道还是要远远好于红色的。那我们试一下。所以它这个馅儿，这个绿色的就是剪蓬草做的了。It's tasty. It's really tasty. 很好吃啊。Like kind of weed. 像一般我们吃到的野菜。
对。但它的纤维性很强。
I can taste that. Got lots of fabric. And also it's a little bit sour. 我觉得还是稍微能感受到一点点酸苦的味道。
对对对。
所以如果这种绿色的，你们把它采摘上来，需要什么特殊的处理，然后才能够做馅吗？
需要做一个脱水的处理。
Oh, you should dry it. Oh, gotcha. That's really good. I love it. Come to Panjing and try this kind of steam bomb. It's really definitely deserve it. 如果大家要来到红海滩，一定要来试一下这种包子，真的很好吃。So, besides the steam bomb, what others do we have?
来，卷成了剪蓬草的茶。
哦，这个就是剪蓬草茶。它是怎么制成的呢？ So how do we make the tea of this kind of sweet salsa? 是跟别的茶叶混在一起呢，还是说？
不是，它是通过对剪蓬草，进行烘干炒制的茶叶。
所以就剪蓬草本身可以做一种茶叶。
对对对。
Okay. So the tea is only made of sweet salsa, and without any other teas.
你看这颜色。
Yeah, the color is quite special.
墨绿色。
Take a look at the color. It's really dark green. 这颜色真的很深啊。要比跟一般的茶叶颜色很不一样。
对。
I believe the most of tea, the color of that soup is about brown. 大多是茶水的颜色，像是棕色啊，或者是这个青黄色比较多一点。这么绿的还真的很少见。
它本身那种颜色。
Let's try it. Oh my god, it's so good. It's like hot, like you got that kind of smell. 就非常的清香，就跟一般的茶叶很不一样。Wow, it's really good. A little bit salty still. 感觉还是有一点点咸，是不是因为它本身确实吸收了很多的这个
那个盐分比较多一些。
Gotcha. So most of sweet salsa live in an area that's with lots of salt or alkaline, so that is why you taste a little bit salty. But it's really good. 所以你们当地都会经常就是喝剪蓬草茶吗？
对，大部分都会。毕竟它还是弱碱。
哦 ，gotcha. So it still have lots of alkaline. 所以这个茶里面是还有弱碱性的这样子。
对。
Perfect. Well, so lucky I am. I have tried the steamed bun, and of course the cheese is really good. And more than that, Mr. Sun, I want to ask you about some questions exactly about the protection of this kind of plant, because I heard that's important. 所以我们接下来很想和您聊一聊关于剪蓬草保护的情况，因为我知道在近些年，其实剪蓬草它包括这个滩涂也有面临有的时候一些的这个衰退啊什么的，所以你们都做了哪些努力来保护它呢？
剪蓬草的滩涂，这几年也为了保护这个湿地环境啊，我们做到了大量的槽沟疏浚，包括海洋垃圾清理。
Oh, gotcha. So the staff here have tried lots of efforts in protecting this area, especially clean the garbage on the ocean and clean the garbage in the marine town. Okay. So here's a picture showing that this area in 2019, you can see it's about green. There's not so much sweet cells here. 所以在这张图片上，我们可以看到它其实还大多数是绿色的，就没有太红，
绿色的，
是不是？
或者是有的地方没有生长。这是经过修复以后。
这张 OK。That's the same pot, right?
对，同一个地点。
Okay.
同一个地点。
So that's the same spot 2 years later in 2021, and you can see it's already got red. 所以看2年后还是红了很多的。
红色啊。
So why the sweet cells are so important for the ecosystem in the wetland? 就为什么这个剪蓬草对于湿地的这个生态群种是非常重要的呢？
因为湿地本身就是地球的肾，剪蓬草是这个湿地环境中，生物链也好，还是
To protect this kind of plant, let me tell you. Actually, sweet cells is very important in the ecosystem in the marine and in the wetland, because we all know that wetland is the kidney of the earth. So it's very important for the earth to change its climate, and it's also home to hundreds of thousands of species, especially some shrimps and as well as crabs as well as birds here. So if you protect these kind of plants, you can protect the balance of ecosystem and for the wetland as well as the home of hundreds of animals. Well, this quite impressive. 我们刚才光顾着聊哈都没有看到，像这2张照片的对比是非常明显的。比如说这个是你们的一个景点哈，这个是 one of the scenic spot here in 2019, and as you can see, it's part of green and most of the not quite red. But 2 years later, wow, it's so beautiful. 已经变得这么红了。
对，现在大概能有2万亩的覆盖率了。
Wow, we got 20,000 mu of covering. Okay, it's really cool.
这个就是咱现在位于现在这个景点。
That's the picture of where exactly we are, and in 2019.
这是变化。
Oh God, see, that's the changes we have observed in 2021 after the protection. So we have indeed did a lot of work. 所以可以看出来，你们这些年真的是做了很多的这个保护的努力。Gotcha. So more than that, I got another question. Well, for example, in this area, and what kind of other birds will live here, and how do they do their migration? 所以除了黑嘴鸥之外，还有多少鸟类会在您这儿来做迁徙啊，或者把这里当做家园呢？
现在我们据不完全统计有289种鸟类。
Wow, that's really a lot. So currently we have around 289 kinds of species of birds living here, and they do migration as a transition place here. 所以他们主要是把这里作为迁徙的中转站，是吗？
对。
OK。
包括丹顶鹤，鹿类，就是苍鹭、白鹭啊这些啊。
就是 deer 那种鹿类吗？还是您说鹭鸶类的那种鸟？
对，苍鹭、白鹭。
Gotcha. That's really interesting. Okay, so if we move on, I know you have another activity we can do here. Okay, so we have seen lots of hole in the muddy area, and that's where the crabs living. So what can we do here? Can we go fishing crab here? 所以刚才我知道，在我来之前，我们就看到在那个泥滩上有很多的小洞，那种小蟹洞。所以在这儿有一个特别的项目叫钓螃蟹。钓螃蟹。所以今天也是我第一次可以体验一下钓螃蟹这个项目。
钓前儿。
Okay, thank you so much. Lucky I am. 所以就是在下面这些洞里面钓吗？
对，就看你的技术了。
看我的技术。所以这些小螃蟹它们吃什么呢？
这些小螃蟹吃一些藻类啊，或者小的一些浮游生物。
哦，那所以在这个钓竿上，这是什么呢？
鱿鱼。
哦，鱿鱼。Okay. So see, let's take a look at my things. I'm trying to fishing the crab, and this is a squid, and they say the crab likes to eat it. Okay, let me try. So 我要把这个线放下去，是不是？
这给你，我放完了。
谢谢您 ，Thank you so much. Okay. See, I got my fishing materials. It's about windy. 可以看我这个风有点大，所以我不知道我这个诱饵能不能放进去。所以我要把它放在洞里面吗？
洞的入口处就可以。
哦，洞的入口处。So I put my squid here. Well, at the entrance of a hole where the crab's living. And if they love it, they're gonna go out and eat it. 所以如果说他们就闻到这个味儿，他们会出来吃吗？
一般都会。如果天气凉了，它就不爱动了。
哦。但是我之前看到咱们这儿的螃蟹很小啊，它能吃到这么大一块鱿鱼吗？
它是一点一点的吃。一个钳子抓住这块肉，另外一个钳子一点一点吃。
Gotcha. So, well, the crabs are quite smart, and they're gonna hold this squid and eat by bitten. Oh, I didn't see any crabs coming. 看起来我目前没有什么收获。目前还是没有什么收获哈。So that's mainly because the weather is very cold, right? 所以主要还是因为天气太冷了，对吗？
对，天气冷了是一个原因。另外一个，到这个季节了，它也逐渐进入它的休眠期。
Really? 螃蟹也会 sleepy 进入休眠期？
对。
Okay. Well, actually, it seems that I won't got any crabs here today because it's so cold and so windy. And Sun told me, right, because of the cold weather, the crabs decide to stay at their home, the warm places, and will not go out for eating. But luckily, I got my colleagues there, and Angela and Jason, and they're right at the crab farm, and they're going to go some fishing crab for you. So I think they definitely will have something for you. Great. So Angela and Jason, well, as you are in a crab farm, I hope you got good luck. So what do you have for us?
Thank you, Yo-Yang. I hope you catch some crabs because we've also been sent here to catch some crabs of our own.
Yes, welcome back everyone. If you're just tuning into the live stream, welcome back to CGTN's special series, Tides of Change. I'm Jason Lightfoot.
And I'm Angela. I mean, third season, new beginnings. Is this how your look for now?
Yes, just take a look at this attire that I'm wearing. I think I may have drawn the short straw. I don't know why Angela got out of it somehow. But actually it's quite comfortable. So
It's warmer though, right?
It's warmer, yeah, because later I will be diving deep into one of the rice paddies to search for some of these. The reason why we're here, to see the famous
Panjing crabs,
Panjing, Mitten, furry mitten crabs.
Yeah, because I was just saying, they've sent us here to catch some crabs, but they've sent us into a paddy field. And I don't know if we're in the right place, to be honest, but also we have a special guest with us who might be able to help us answer.
Yeah, he's going to explain the mystery of
So
this.
here we have the VP of Guanghe Crab Industry, Mr. Chai. Chai 总您好，谢谢。
你好，你好，
你好，
欢迎
你好
欢迎。
Jason Angela。我们刚才跟观众朋友说，他们是让我们过来抓螃蟹的，可是我怎么觉得给我们送到了一个稻田？
好，我先自我介绍一下吧啊。我是那个潘锦光和蟹有限公司的副总经理，我姓柴，柴永庆啊。那个今天呢，很高兴跟我们央视的主持人一起在我们公司的稻田里、蟹田里来主持这样的一个节目。那个我们现在这个稻田里呢，就是马上要开始收割了，但是刚才说到了，你要给这里抓螃蟹，为什么要到稻田里来呢？就是因为我们这个稻田里可以养河蟹。
Oh, so Mr. Chai just introduced himself again, and also has just answered a question why we've been sent to the paddy field. It's because they actually raise and grow Panjing crabs here in the paddy fields with these rice, and it's also coming to kind of harvest season as well.
那么我们这个稻田养河蟹的这种模式哈，到现在今年已经有30年的历史了。早在1991年的时候，就是我们潘锦的一个养蟹专家叫李晓东先生首创了稻田养蟹这种模式。
So they've actually started this technology about 30 years ago in 1991,
Okay.
where they started raising these crabs in these paddy fields.
And they actually help. It actually helps cultivate the rice, right? Is that?
所以这个螃蟹是对这个养殖是有什么好处的吗？对稻子
就通过这种稻田养蟹的这种模式，实现了就是一水两用、一地双收这样的一个效果啊。除了正常这个种植水稻之外呢，还能这个收获河蟹，就为我们这个水稻种植户呢增加了增收致富的一个手段。
So you're just saying instead of just raising kind of growing rice in the paddy field, they can actually use this in multi-purposes. So they can grow 2 products in one paddy field and then harvest 2 products in the 4. So it helps also to increase the income of these local farmers who actually grow these rice.
Yeah,
and
whilst the
yeah.
crabs actually forage in the paddy fields, they loosen up the soil, correct?
Exactly.
And also, they act as a natural
fertilizer.
fertilizer, an organic fertilizer, actually.
Exactly. 所以当我们说，因为螃蟹在这里肯定也会拿着它们钳子吧，就反正走来走去，帮助松土是吧？
对。
然后也是帮助，就是有一个自然的一个配料。
它这个河蟹啊和水稻啊，它是一种互利共生的一种关系。这个河蟹呢，在这个稻田里头爬来爬去啊，会为这个水稻松土。同时呢，它会吃掉水面上的那一些害虫的那个虫卵，然后减少病虫害。
So you mentioned pretty much everything. So it helps loosen like the sand, and it also fertilizes. But there's another thing that you probably didn't realize is that they actually also eat the insects.
Yeah, so they're also a pesticide.
Pesticide as well. So it's
Insecticide too.
natural pesticides that help to kind of help these rice. So it's really a win-win situation.
Yeah, it's a nice little ecosystem working together.
所以
The
是
crabs and the
真的是一个
rice.
很好的一个生态环境
对
循环的。
然后正是由于这样的这个养蟹的原因，然后这个水稻田里头就不可以再施用农药了，这样对这个水稻的这个食品安全又起到了一个很好的保障。
对 So yeah, and that's exactly why, because they have crabs growing here as well, that they can't use chemical pesticides, because that will affect the crabs and also the rice that grow here.
Yeah, because and we'll be eating the crabs too, right? And
I mean, with these, have you seen Panjing river crabs before? I don't know if I've actually tried one or seen one in the market.
I've never seen one or tried one, so I'm looking forward
所
to
以
it.
Jason 说他没有见过我们的盘锦的这个蟹河蟹，是有什么不同吗？或者长得是什么样子？
那个正常情况下呀，我们潘锦这个河蟹起捕的时期已经过去了，但是我们这块这个稻田里呢，正好做了一些这个实验。然后还有一些河蟹在稻田里边，正好今天呢，我们给你安排一个机会，让我们这个主持人都能体验
太好了，我们还挺
吃蟹的
幸运的。
这个场面啊。
Right, so I mean, Mr. Chai just mentioned that it was kind of past the harvest season for crabs, but because this is a testing site and also a research site in Panjing, so there's actually still some crabs left in these fields, and they've actually arranged for us to catch some crabs
Yes,
of our own.
we can now reveal why indeed I'm wearing this, because I'm going in.
Are you sure you're going in?
来
Have
吧
you done this
咱们
before?
下去来
I've not
体
done
现
this before. Wish me luck. Famous last words.
Yeah. What have you got to say?
I love China.
Perfect. All right, you be careful. So I'm
going
just
in.
需
gonna
要小心啊，需要小心下到里面去。
try. Oh wait, do you want to wear some gloves first?
Oh yeah, I should put the gloves on
Okay.
first.
You got yours.
Okay, I'm going in.
Guys, we're with experts here, so don't try this at home, because I'm actually quite looking forward to seeing Jason
Don't
go
try
in.
this at home, guys. I don't know how Angela got out of this.
No, I mean they only had a limited supply.
Okay, I'm going in.
加油!
哎，别跳，不行。
Don't dive in.
Are you going in?
Okay.
所以有什么需要注意的吗？
小注意安全，注意安全，就是
应该怎么进去？从
The
哪儿进？
bucket's in the
下
way.
下去，我扶着你一点来，你那个你
Okay.
你下去走下去。哎
Okay.
I'm going
Hold
in.
your hand. Be
The
careful.
net is there.
对你往下走没关系，我扶着你啊。
This way.
哎，
Careful. Oh, what's it like?
好了好了好了，你就站在那儿，站住了啊！好了，别往前走了，就站那儿就行了。啊，
Guys, this is really a television moment for all of
你
you.
上来吧。
My leg's stuck.
哎，你把那个桶递给
There's
他
the。shoes.
Okay,
Sorry,
okay.
all right. I'll get.
Oh, I'm
this.
okay, I'm
I'll get
okay.
the bucket.
I'm okay.
你可以是吧？
来，我扶你
All
来
right.，This just shows how
我
hard
扶你来，
it
拽我手。
is trying to get these crabs.
Give me your hand。
I just can't. I mean, it's hard, right? I mean,
好吧，给我来。
we were meant to work for our
我们
food.
看一看啊。
But thank God we had some. 谢谢您，真的辛苦您了，因为我们的
我们的师傅们
队友。
嗯
All right, so these are the
Oh, wow,
crabs.
these are the crabs. Okay.
嗯，
Can I?
这个蟹子是这个公蟹子，
我来拿出来一个。
小心啊，别夹手啊。
They taught us how to get these, so we have to get
你
the
拿一
back
个，
leg.
我拿一个母蟹子好点。
母蟹的是吗？
这个是母的，一号。
这个没事儿，我拿后腿可以。
耶，这腿都掉了，我拿一个好的。
I mean, some of these crabs have like in their struggle, they've lost parts of their body. So right, let's get this. Oh, sorry guys, it's hard.
对，
Wow.
Oh, these are feisty little
这
things.
这翻过来以后，咱对比一下，你看这个是圆鳍的，
Oh, so this is round. You can see
这
here,
是雌
right?
蟹
Is that
母
a
蟹。
male or female?
So, do you want to take a guess?
这个是公蟹，这个是长鳍的啊。
That's a male.
Yeah. So that's a male, and it's got like a longer, and this has a rounder one.
And if you squeeze this leg here, you can see its maturity. Is that correct?
Oh,
You
really?
squeeze the back
Squeeze it.
leg if it's firm.
如果 Angela 是知道它们有多大吗？软硬度是在这块吗？
掐这个，
嗯
掐这个主要是看它的成熟度多少。
Yeah, it's the
哎
maturity.
如果
Oh,
要是非常非常硬，就说明它很成熟。你还懂一些啊？
you know,
嗯，
he probably not as
Also,
good
let
as
me tell you something
catching
else.
crabs.
Yeah, I'm not good at catching. Something else. If these little crabs are actually extremely resilient, and if, for example, if I put Angela into a refrigerator at 5 degrees, she's not going to last. But if you put these little crabs in a refrigerator at 5 degrees, they will go into a sleep-like state and they'll be completely fine.
Wow, so you really thought about this, putting me in a
They're-
refrigerator.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and this is what I mean. Now it's quite cold. I think when we first got them out, they were actually quite lively because right now outside it's a bit cold, so they're going a bit kind of sleepy, right?
Yeah,
可是
wow.
这两个的大小其实也很不一样. Like the size is very different. Have you noticed? The female's a lot smaller.
就是公蟹子一般长得非常大一点，母蟹子长得要小一点。嗯，
So
you are bigger.
那个
yeah, so the males
我
are
把这个
normally
蟹子，
bigger and the
我把
female
这
are a
个
bit
蟹子让他们
smaller.
拿走去呼了，完了一会儿咱们尝一尝。
我们能吃
啊
哦，we can
可以
eat
吃点儿。
this.
来，把这个拿走来，
哇
赶紧去呼一下啊！
And
一会儿我们去尝一尝啊。
然后也看 and this is I think why 这个其实就是我们说的手套。And
这
this
个
is
就是这个绒螯蟹嘛，中
Jason
华绒
可以拿一下
螯蟹。来，你拿一个。哎
be careful, Jason.
Wow.
We don't want to lose another crab.
I don't want to lose an eye.
对对，
Oh, let's see.
哎，好。
There we go. Oops.
Oh, look at that.
I'm dropping mine.
And you can see the fur here is called the sithai.
Yeah, so
This is the sithai here.
that's why they got their name as mitten crabs. You can't really tell here already, but in the water they'll actually fluff up, so it really looks like they're wearing mitten gloves. 因为我们就说在
And
水里其实它会
the reason why they have these little mittens on is because it gets cold in winter, so they put the mittens on.
Okay, guys, Jason just totally made that one up, I think, because but it's definitely very cold. 那这个其实也是母蟹，好像也是在
也是有绒螯的，但是
很小
它这个母蟹的这个螯啊，要比公蟹的螯相对这个河蟹的比例要小一些。
So the female has lesser, but of the mitten. So
No,
she's probably a bit cold. She probably has cold hands. But 为什么会有这些绒？因为其他的蟹我没有见过。I mean,
这个就是中华绒螯蟹的特点，就是说它为啥叫中华绒螯蟹呢？就是因为这个螯上有绒，它就叫中华绒螯
Oh, look at
蟹。
that.
所有的其他的蟹子你看不到这个上有绒螯的，有这个绒的啊，这就是它这河蟹品种的本身所富有的这种特点。
so we were just saying that with these Chinese river crabs or these Panjing river crabs, they're special. I mean, they're unique and special because of the hairs or the mittens on their claws. in other types of river crabs, you won't actually find these. But I think in 阳澄湖的大闸蟹 I think we have things similar, right? 可是大闸蟹其实是不是也有毛，就 hairy crabs 对吧？
阳澄湖的大闸蟹和我们潘锦的这个河蟹，都属于中华绒螯蟹，是一个品种，是一样的啊。只不过是我们在北方呢叫河蟹，在南方呢它一般就叫大闸蟹啊。
Oh, so I don't know if our viewers have tried the famous, it's called 大闸蟹, so it's also Chinese mitten crabs, but those two are actually quite similar. I mean, this is, in the north, they're called river crabs, but then in the south, they're called the Yangchenghu, the Chinese mitten crabs, but they come from the same species, so same crustacean, but just grow up differently, and they're called different things.
And so is it true the females taste better than the males, correct?
所以真的说是母蟹比公蟹好吃吗？是母蟹更好吃吗？
母蟹啊，就是说在我们这个时间吃母蟹就好吃一些，等再过将近20天左右吧，公蟹更好吃一些。
So right now, probably like the female crab is tastier, but maybe in 20 days' time, it'll be the male crabs that's more tasty. So those are going in.
Because only the female crab has the eggs, obviously, right, inside. But maybe the male crab has the sperm.
I think
I hope we're not trying that today.
I think it's called crab paste.
Oh,
I think
crab
that
paste.
might be the term.
Yeah.
可是这个已经是成熟的蟹了。I mean, these are adult crabs, mature crabs, right?
这个蟹子是长了2年以后形成的，这个蟹子叫成蟹。
哦，那我们在这些稻田里长的都是这种成蟹吗？
也不都是这样，就是我们这块呢，还有一种它的那个种就是扣蟹，就是河蟹是2年生，这是第2年长成的这个蟹子。
So this crab is about 2 years old, so it's already reached maturity. It takes 2 years to reach maturity, and I just asked if this type of crab is all in the paddy field, but no, there's a different type of, it's the same crab, but they have a younger crab called button crabs. I think it's smaller in size. 那then maybe we can take a look as well. 我们能看一下扣蟹？
可以，在这儿就有啊。
有，
在我们这个稻田里头，这个地方就有扣蟹。
摄下来 be careful. Oh, he's jumping.
Oh, so we have small button crabs.
Yeah, so
here,
these are the. Oh, they're tiny. Look how small they are. I mean,
这个扣蟹为什么在这个桶里啊？这就是我们在稻田里养扣蟹起捕的一种方式。就是白天呢，扣蟹是不动的，然后晚上的时候呢，它就在这个稻田里这个来回转圈儿，然后就会掉到这个桶里面。掉到这桶里，它就上不来了，我们就给它
do you know why there's a bucket?
I have no idea.
So this is how they catch these button crabs. Is because in the morning they don't move, so then they put these buckets in. But in the evening they start their activity, and once they crawl here, they'll fall in and they won't climb up.
So these
可以把这个蟹子放这里边。
Look at the difference.
里边它就
大小。
它就上不来了。
huge contrast. Oh wow, they're tiny.
Oh wow, these are tiny. 这个能徒手拿吗？
可以拿，这个就
不拿手套了。
没关系，但是就是有点脏。
没事。
因为它
This one's not feeling too well.
Look how small these are.
These are the bigger ones. The smaller ones is getting scary.
Oh wow.
It's really fun. It's mom and dad, like mama and papa. These are tiny little.
Oh, you don't need the gloves?
No.
Oh wow.
所以这个是1年。
对，这个是今年的6月初，把那个我们称作大眼幼体的一个蟹苗呢，放到这个稻田里，然后长到现在就长到这么大，叫扣蟹。
So these were put in around 6月初是吧？
对
，around
6月初。
June, and now they're grown to kind of this size. So this is still a junior crab. So it's going to take them another year, kind of to grow up into the mature crabs that we kind of saw earlier. 那这种也是在这块长。那这么冷的天，它们还这么活跃？
然后这个蟹子啊，就是在我们这个稻田收割之前，要把它收起来。收起来，然后放到那个池塘里面去越冬。要否则的话，这稻田里就冻死了。
So I mean, these crabs, they were just saying that once they harvest all the rice, they would actually. This is why there's a bucket, because it's actually going to take these into warmer climates. So they're going to put them in rooms into warmer climates, because if they leave them in the field, especially in Dongbei area, it's very cold. So it might actually die in the cold. So they actually take it out and put it in the rooms. And then after the winter, they'll put it back into the field. 所以冬天过了以后再给它们放回来了，其实就是。
对，等明年开春的时候再放到稻田里进行养殖，就养成刚才我们看到那个成蟹那么大了。
真的好小，就那船。
这个你看这个，看这个鳍儿， 这个是未成熟的一个蟹子，你看上去好像是公蟹，实质是一个未成熟的母蟹。
So I don't know if you can see in the camera. So we were just saying that we were saying earlier that this looks like a male crab, but actually this is a immature or haven't grown to adulthood crab. So this is actually a female one as well. But if you look to the bigger crab, it looks kind of the
So
same.
can you actually eat these too, or they're too small?
这些能吃吗？还是太小？
这个不能吃，这个蟹子现在有2种用途。第一种用途呢，就是刚才我说到的，拿到那个池塘里越冬，完了第2年呢，再进行养殖，作为这个蟹的这个种，再继续养殖。
So you can't eat these, so you can either use them to put them back into the paddy field next spring to grow into these mature crabs, into adult crab that you can eat. And then there's a second part. 那第二步呢？
第2种用途就是现在呢，只有我们潘锦有这样的这个得天独厚的这种机会，就是因为我们稻田养蟹，它这个成本很低，然后呢，我可以把它出口到韩国。到韩国它主要用于钓章鱼的诱饵。
So then the second use for them is that because it's very cost effective or not as costly to grow these tiny little crabs, is that they actually export them to Korea and they'll actually use them as bait to fish for squids and octopus. 章鱼是吧 ？Octopus.
对。
那我们看到您刚才也说了，这块的麦子就是稻子，也是快收割了。
对，
那其实也是等于说我们盘锦，这也属于我们就是盘锦大米是吧？
对，我们这个水稻啊，就是在我们其他的地方，就是现在正在进行这个大面积的收割。
So the paddy fields right now are in harvest season. So a lot of these machines are kind of collecting, harvesting these. I mean, Jason, have you seen these before in real life?
No.
Do you know what they are?
Rice, right?
Just from my conversation before. Yeah. So these are actually the rice that we eat normally at home. I mean, it's white, but right now it's kind of all in these husks.
Yeah, the rice is inside here, I believe.
对，所以这个米其实就是在这里是吧？
对，这个就是稻壳，这是水稻。
水稻
啊，它要经过这个磨米加工以后，才能变成大米。
So it needs to go through like polishing and everything.
现在还是有点湿，还是有点湿。
So it's still a bit wet. 那这个现在我们是怎么在收割
？There it is.
现在我们潘锦的这个水田哈，现在基本都实现机械化收割了啊，这都已经有多少年了。但是最早以前的时候，没有机械化收割的时候，都是人们用镰刀一点一点收割，那是很辛苦的一件事情。
I mean, in the now they use machines to kind of you just eat a rice, a grain of rice. You just eat a grain of rice. What does it taste like?
It's okay.
Really? Raw rice.
你们需不需要尝试一下子收割水稻的这种那个感受啊？可以，我这边还准备2刀。
Does this rice have a different flavor than normal rice?
Yeah, so these are quite famous and frequented, and we were just saying that. Do you want to give it a try? Since that we're trying everything DIY, because we were just saying that in the movies, normally when we see kind of rice harvest, is with these scythe that kind of just like get it by hand. But obviously now scythe, but obviously now they're all done by machinery. Because can you imagine even this one field doing all this by hand?
Yeah, it's a huge
place. 如果那我们来能尝试一下吗？
可以，来上这边来。
那边，那像我们现在这一块有多大呀？我眼前的这一块。
这一块啊，也就1亩地左右吧。
All right, so it's about 1亩 area.
地是666平方米。
666. So it's
about
about
all the crabs are
$600.
in this paddy, right?
So
how many crabs are in one paddy?
这里有多少个螃蟹？多少只螃蟹？像1亩地里
？1亩地里哈，正常情况下我们不按只算呢，都是一般的话，就是你比如说像这个扣蟹的话，1亩地可以出到100斤。
100斤 ，so it's about 50 kilograms of crabs in this one 1亩。1亩 is about 600 square meters.
要是出成蟹的话，基本上就是30到40斤。
这里30到40斤 ，so about 20 kilograms of crabs in this one field.
20 kilograms.
And I was just thinking, because can you imagine back in the days when you try to kind of manually harvest this rice?
Yeah, to do this by hand. Yeah.
因为我在想说，这1亩地一般得需要多少人来去收割
？1亩地啊，要是用传统收割的方式哈，就是一个人，而且是非常好的这个劳动力哈。
这不是我们是吧？
一天哈就能收割2亩地。
So even if you use really good labor, it takes a day to just get two paddy fields.
2 paddy fields, so 2 of these.
Entire day. Yeah.
wow.
So, but
但
now
是
we
一
have
台
machinery.
机器呢，一台机器一天能收割100多亩地。
That would just
就
be
差那么多。
that would be
100
one
倍
person.
呗，就几乎就
对
是。
对。
So if they have machines in a day, they can basically do 100 more.
100 more.
100 of this.
Wow.
100 of this. 那我们现在来试一试。
你试一下，
Let's
因
try
为
it.
你
See
不
how
知道
hard
怎么
it is.
割
Let's，try.
我让我们这个师傅啊给你演示一下，
好的好的
他怎么
Oh,
割
let's see
然
how
后
it's
你再
done.
体验
Okay.
怎么割
How。is it done?
This is dangerous. 这个还比较危险。Be
它
careful.
是比较危险的，不要那个。
Oh, so easy.
He makes it look
割到
easy.
像大样儿，
您
得留个捆。
您展示的非常简单，可是我觉得
不是，他慢慢，他这还没割呢，没正式割呢啊。
还没哦。This is not even the
他做个样儿
official.
啊，
Oh,
这个样是什么意思？
他就给那个稻子捆在一起，
哦，so he's just tying the
对
rice together.
最起码就行了，
你捆一捆，
捆一捆的。
wow.
哇
然后他给它捆起来啊。
I mean, how much like is this a bowl of rice? How much rice can you get with that? 这
Yeah.
这能有多少碗饭？
这个
多少碗米饭
这是3碗2碗的吧？
？So all this is like
Wow,
about
you
four
can- 这就多了
bowls.
You can
这个
see
多
it.
了
So the
啊。
next
这个多
time
了，
when
对。
you're eating a bowl of rice, just remember the hard labor that goes into a single bowl.
All right, these are harvest.
行了，你捆一捆的吧，给这个捆上，让他看一下
Okay,
这。
so
我来试试。
Angela's gonna go first.
I'm gonna go first.
Angela's
All
going
right.
first.
你
Yeah.
注意啊，那镰刀别
加油
搂到腿上啊，
我来给你打个样。I'll show you how it's done.
Okay.
给它捆上。
But how is it done?
腿往后点，身子往前使劲儿。
所以我就往回拉是吧
对，往回拉，
？So when you have this
Just do it.
the
夹到
trick,
手头了
it's to
手
pull
里
it towards you apparently. 我都看不到哦，这有一股一股的，so you
对
can actually see there's like a
一处一处
bunch.
的
Okay.
啊。
Wish me luck, guys. Oh, this is really sharp. There's a lot tougher.
哎，你还行了，
可以吗？
Wow.
还可以。
哦
嗯，
I gotta pray, so it's good. 再来一股。我今天要把今天的饭打出来。I'm gonna get my share of rice.
这可以
Jason,
的啊。
this is what we're eating. 我能算是就是 OK 的劳动力是吧？您会雇我吗？
可以可以。
I just asked if I'd be like a decent laborer in this paddy field, but I think
He said no.
Mr. Pan hesitated. This is good. Guys, how is that?
那
Not
我们
bad.
这个真是试试啊。
Well, Jason,
All
your
right,
turn.
I'll try. Here we go.
All right, learn from the master. This
we
is
go.
so. This is my bowl of rice. I have my dinner.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. Right.
他很厉害，他很厉害。
Okay, I think you got a better phrase, right?
不要那个刀不要碰了腿，不要
Be careful
碰
with
了
your leg.
啊
你岔开这个
啊
刀，
啊
这让那个
Oh, okay.
不能那么弄，不能那么弄。
让他腿往后点。
腿往后，腿往后。
Pull. Yeah, that's
see?
good.
It's pretty good, right?
We only want rice for dinner, not
good.
your leg.
I'm gonna take this back as a souvenir.
Yeah.
我小时候割稻子就把这个腿这地方割的
So he's cut himself before with this.
Oh,
Okay, now
wow.
put it down.
所以说
Like, now I'm scared.
Wow, look at this. So this is like half a bowl of rice.
No, that's probably 这个有一碗米饭吗？
差不多吧。
Okay, about I probably have two. 那我这应该是2碗，我觉得。
对，
I can have 2 bowls, so I have more rice.
Okay.
So that's your dinner and this is mine. Let's go.
现在这个稻子这个需要脱谷以后才能吃。但是我们我们那个还有一种新的品种早稻，在9月份的时候就已经收割了。
Where should we place it?
9月份。Okay, we're gonna put it here. So then, these rice aren't edible yet. I mean, you can probably like, if people eat kind of whole grain rice, you can eat it as it is. But normally they have to go in for more polishing before it can actually be the kind of the white, kind of crystal clear rice that we see in the shops and the supermarkets. So these need to go under further production.
Now we're actually going to be tasting some of that rice
Yeah.
down here.
But obviously, right now, the harvest season only just started for these rice. But Mr. Chai also mentioned that some of Panjing's rice, a speciality, is that some are harvested in around mid-September. So those are quite special rice that we can try. And I think we get to try a bit of that. 所以我们当然是可以尝一尝，就是9月中旬。
9月中旬已经收获了一种叫稻花香品种的早稻。
稻花香早稻 so it's a type of rice, 稻花香 So it's like a early harvest rice.
So it has a different flavor, right?
所以它的味道是有不同的吗？
是比较有香味儿的。待会儿我们品尝一下，你就 闻
Oh,
到
we
那
can
种香
try.
味。
Go
we can try
taste it
some-
yourself.
Taste it.
The
Okay.
best is like even whatever people describe is better to taste it.
Ah,
I just want to eat it.
yeah.
and
And
smell it.
also we're going to be trying the crab too.
Yeah, because
我
you're
们
still
那
thinking
个
about the
刚才
crab.
拿的那个螃蟹，一会儿也能带过来，就烀好了的能给拿过来。
Oh, perfect. So this is the rice. Be
So the
careful.
rice
哇，看看
first.
这个
Let's
是
try the
我
rice
们准备
first.
的那个米饭。
来，我们看会不会砰一下？
Okay,
不会。
Okay.
Oh my gosh! Like the first whiff.
有没有我这个香味儿？
Has some,
Oh, it smells so good.
What's
If
the
only,
smell?
guys, you can smell this through the screen
Yeah,
because it tastes so.
if only it was smell-o-vision.
对，可以盛一点儿，你们尝一尝。
给您来。
Ah, it's kind of gooey.
哇哦，
Chopsticks.
这看着比较黏是吧？这个米饭。
对我们这个
Sticky,
这个
sorry
是
guys, I need a chopstick to get it off. 对，看着比较黏。Is that enough for you?
Panjin rice, yeah.
I think that was you only had one bowl, right? So 您的再来一点。来。
Okay, let's
您
try
吃，您
啊
吃吧，
你们
您吃吧，你们尝尝就行了，我总吃。
some. Wow, look at that. Let's smell it first.
Smells really, really
It
good.
has like a corn
Love
kind of
rice.
smell to it.
A corn. It's really sweet. Oh,
好，我们这
我怎么觉得这米饭有肉味儿啊
啊有肉味儿香啊。
？This had kind of like a meaty kind of taste.
这个蟹子也到了。
Wow. 哦，这个是刚才那个母蟹是吗？
对，这个母蟹子
That's
稍
the
微小一点
female.
啊。
Oh, we only have one female.
来吧，看着蟹子把米饭都放下了吧啊！
One
Guys, are we
female.
ready?
现在这个时候还
教我们怎么
是
吃
吃那个公蟹、母蟹能好一点。
Okay, eat
就
the
把
female
把
one.
这个
This
把这
one
个
is this one's a female.
把这个
This is the
起开，
female, yeah.
Wow, look at
咱
that.
们把这个起开，这个起开，掰掉啊，
这个是 the back. So, guys, we're teaching you
一起就开了
Oh, okay.
啊。
how to eat a crab.
Wow, what is that?
然后给这个盖儿起开，
All right.
Take
Like-
this off. Break this off, right?
给观众们看一下这块要开壳。
给这
And then
儿给这儿起
the
起
second-
从后边哎
the second
哎
step.
小心
Second is
点
the back.
哎对，
Sharp.
You break
I broke it. Sorry,
Sharp.
guys.
给你来这个，
Oh, okay. We have to do
来
it
这
from
个
master.
哎
Sorry.
这个起开啊
look at，
哎对，慢点起，别一起像他这个就
我这
起开。
起开了。
然后起开，你这个里边有一些东西是可以
哪块是
吃的，
可以
What
吃
is
的？
that?
对。What part can we eat?
就中间
Yeah.
这个地方，这个地方是它的那个胃和嘴的这个位置，
Oh.
这个要去掉。
So
啊
this is the intestines and
Oh, I thought
the.
that was the head.
你拿
and
筷
the
子
eye.
拿筷子
And
给它
this
弄
is
掉
the，part that we can't eat because it's like the mouth and the
So take
innards.
that
还不
off.
全，
Take that
还
off.
有。
Oh,
来
is it so?
that.
That's the egg, right?
Yes.
This
Oh.
part.
哎
we
啊
have to，take all of that
这个
off.
这个去掉了，好了，剩下的可以，还有这个这是它的腮，
So
腮不可以
these are like
吃。
the lungs that we have to
The
take off as
lungs.
well.
You can eat this.
So
Can you eat this orange part? Is the egg?
这块是可以吃吧？这个其实就是
这个是黄儿，这个黄儿是最好吃的地
This
方
is the best
啊，可以
part
吃
of。
Oh,
crab.
okay. I almost threw away the best part. Okay,
虽然是
Alright,
好
guys.
吃，但是
Maybe
胆
we'll
固
do
醇也是
cheers
挺高
with
的
the。eggs.
嗯，
Oh, so both the orange
Yeah.
and the yellow.
Yeah, you can eat it. All right.
Oh, it doesn't
Get a
come-
bigger part.
How do you?
No, get the whole part. You can eat the whole part. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole
What? This?
Yeah. All right. Cheers,
可以全部
Jason.
吃掉那个
No,
地方。
Cheers, guys.
No, you don't eat that top. You don't
Yeah,
eat
you
this
eat it.
part.
You eat it.
You eat
Yep.
this part?
See? All right. Cheers,
Okay.
guys.
Yes.
Bon appetit. Oh,
Justin is so sticky. I just saw you for eat first.
Crunchy.
this is so good. 哇，好好吃，这好香啊！This is so fragranted and succulent. Sorry.
It's kind of like egg yolk a little bit.
Yeah.
A little
就
bit.
有点像蛋黄，对吧
对对，嗯，
？Egg yolk.
它为什么叫黄？是不是？
这个是公蟹，公蟹里边这个地方是膏，嗯，
Guys, you gotta taste it. 这个我们在商店能买到是吧？
可以买得到啊，
我能直接上嘴吃吗？Can I just eat it?
可以的，可以的，正常就是那么吃的。嗯，就把这个腮吃掉了啊。
我的 so good. 哎，大家要不然都来吃一点 ，Come on, guys. All right, guys. Well, as we tuck into this, because we have
我们正常吃就把这个给这个腮啊都给它抠掉。
so we get rid of the lungs. So 真的这次非常感谢您能让我们又体验了，然后劳动了一下，然后还尝到了这么美味的米饭。
帮我们好好宣传我们潘锦的河
潘锦
蟹啊，让全国人民都来吃我们潘锦的河蟹。
I mean, guys, this tastes so good, and thank you so much for sticking with us as we tuck into these. I mean, how
Yeah,
how does this taste?
unfortunately, you can't taste this at home. Unfortunate for you guys, but great for us.
I think
So-
Jason has already checked out because he's really working into his craft. So thank you guys so much. Remember to stick with us for the rest of the Tides of Change as we show you more fun things along the coast of Bohai Sea and Yellow Sea. In the meantime, we're going to tuck into this. So take care and have a good dinner.
See you next time.
Bye.
好了，接着吃。这个是